In the high mountains of Ethiopia, a young goat herd named Kaldi noticed his goats leaping and dancing after eating bright red berries. Curious, Kaldi tasted the berries and felt a surge of energy, joining his goats in their joyful dance. He brought the berries to a monastery where monks roasted them, releasing a rich aroma. The monks brewed the beans, creating a drink that helped them stay awake during prayers. This was the beginning of coffee as a beverage. Today, every cup connects us to that ancient legend. In ancient Ethiopia, coffee was more than a drink, it was a way of life. People foraged wild coffee plants using not just the beans but the leaves and berries as well. They brewed a gentle tea called kuti from the leaves, enjoyed for its refreshing taste. Coffee berries were mixed with animal fat and salt, shaped into energy-rich balls for travelers and warriors. Early coffee was also made into a light tonic, believed to heal and strengthen. These traditions show coffee's versatility: food, medicine, and gentle stimulant. Coffee's role in Ethiopian culture was deep and varied, long before it became a global beverage. The plant's uses were passed down through generations, connecting people to their land. Coffee was a source of vitality and community, not just a morning ritual. The journey of coffee began with creativity and resourcefulness. From leaf tea to energy snacks, Ethiopians understood coffee's power in many forms. This rich history is far removed from the simple cup we know today. It reminds us that coffee's story is rooted in tradition and innovation. The early uses of coffee reveal a complex relationship between people and plant. Coffee's journey started in Davisbed in Nanidsgar ender där in the day. Churl the dirty dadam fart. Shaped by those who first discovered its magic. Every cup we drink carries echoes of these ancient practices. Coffee's past is as rich as its flavor. Coffee's journey beyond Ethiopia began in the 15th century. A Sufi leader from Yemen discovered coffee's energizing effects and brought it home. Sufi mystics used coffee to stay awake during long nights of prayer, and its popularity spread quickly. In Yemen, coffee became central to religious and social life. The Ottomans adopted coffee, roasting beans deeply and brewing them into a strong, thick drink, much like Turkish coffee today. Coffee houses sprang up in cities like Istanbul, Cairo, and Damascus, becoming lively centers for conversation, music, and games. Coffee's popularity sparked debate. Some religious leaders questioned its effects, but ultimately, it was declared permissible. Yemen's port of Al-Makah became the world's coffee hub, giving rise to the name Mocha. For centuries, Yemen controlled the coffee trade, fiercely guarding its plants. But eventually, coffee seeds were smuggled out, and the drink's global journey accelerated. Coffee became a symbol of connection, ritual, and community across cultures. The spread of coffee transformed daily life from the Middle East to the wider world. What began as a mystical drink became a global obsession. Coffee's journey was just beginning. Coffee arrived in Europe in the 17th century, quickly capturing imaginations. The first coffee houses opened in Venice, but London's coffee houses became legendary. By the 1660s, dozens dotted the city, attracting merchants, writers, and thinkers. For a penny, anyone could join lively debates, earning coffee houses the nickname penny universities. Each coffee house had its own crowd: businesspeople, scientists, or politicians. These spaces buzzed with news, ideas, and innovation. Unlike the rowdy taverns of the time, coffee made people alert and talkative, fueling intellectual exchange. Some rulers, like King Charles II, feared the political discussions brewing inside and tried to ban them, unsuccessfully. Coffee houses became essential to London's social and intellectual life. They were places where class mattered less than the quality of conversation. Scientific demonstrations, business deals, and political debates all happened over cups of coffee. Coffee houses helped spread news and knowledge before newspapers were common. They symbolized a new, more connected society. The energy of the coffee bean powered a revolution in thought and community. Coffee houses changed Europe forever. In Paris, coffee houses became the heart of Enlightenment thinking. The French added milk and sugar, creating café au lait and making coffee accessible to all. Parisian coffee houses like Café Procope buzzed with debate among philosophers, writers, and revolutionaries. These spaces fueled the exchange of ideas that shaped the French Revolution and modern society. Coffee's stimulating effect powered hours of discussion and creativity. Thinkers like Voltaire and Diderot were famous for their love of coffee, crediting it for their productivity. Coffee houses became democratic spaces where social rank mattered less than ideas. Here, people questioned authority and imagined new futures. The coffee house was a crucible for change, where the world's greatest minds gathered. Coffee was more than a drink, it was a tool for revolution. The Age of Enlightenment was brewed in the cafes of Paris. Coffee's influence on history is undeniable. As Europe's thirst for coffee grew, empires raced to control its trade. The Dutch broke Yemen's monopoly, cultivating coffee in Java and making Java a synonym for coffee. European powers established vast plantations in Asia, Africa, and the Americas, relying on enslaved and exploited labor. The wealth of the coffee trade was built on the suffering of millions. Deforestation and monoculture farming devastated environments and displaced indigenous peoples. Coffee became a global commodity, but production was concentrated in poor countries, while profits flowed to the wealthy. Brazil emerged as a coffee superpower, producing most of the world's supply by the early 1900s. The global coffee system created deep economic and social divides. The legacy of colonialism still shapes the industry today. Coffee's global spread brought prosperity for some, hardship for many. The story of coffee is also a story of empire and exploitation. Every cup carries the weight of this history. The journey from bean to cup is complex and often unjust. In the 20th century, coffee became a fixture of daily life, especially at work. The coffee break became standard in American factories, boosting productivity and morale. Meanwhile, Italy revolutionized coffee with the invention of the espresso machine in 1906. Espresso offered a quick, intense coffee experience, giving rise to new drinks like cappuccino and latte. Espresso bars and skilled baristas transformed coffee culture, making cafes stylish social hubs. After World War II, espresso culture spread worldwide, changing how people enjoyed coffee. In Africa and Asia, coffee production grew as nations gained independence and entered the global market. Japan and South Korea popularized canned coffee, showing coffee's adaptability. Coffee became a global ritual, fitting into diverse lifestyles and cultures. The modern coffee break is both a pause and a connection. Coffee's evolution reflects changing work, technology, and taste. From factory floors to espresso bars, coffee keeps the world moving. Its influence is everywhere. Today, coffee is in the midst of a third wave, focusing on quality, origin, and ethical sourcing. Coffee is treated like fine wine, with attention to flavor, region, and brewing method. Specialty shops highlight beans from small farms in places like Ethiopia, Kenya, and Panama. This movement connects drinkers to the farmers and stories behind each cup. But it also exposes the industry's challenges: low wages, unstable markets, and poor working conditions for many farmers. Fair trade and other certifications aim to ensure fair prices and better labor standards. Some programs also promote environmental sustainability, protecting forests and wildlife. These efforts are steps toward a more just and sustainable coffee industry. Consumers are encouraged to choose coffee that supports ethical practices. The third wave is about transparency, quality, and responsibility. Every cup is a chance to make a difference. Coffee's future depends on how we value the people and land behind it. The story of coffee is still being written. Coffee is beloved worldwide, but its future is uncertain. Climate change threatens coffee-growing regions, shrinking the coffee belt and endangering farmers' livelihoods. Rising temperatures and unpredictable weather could cut suitable land for Arabica coffee in half by 2050. Economic struggles persist. Many farmers earn little despite the high price of a cafe cup. The supply chain remains deeply unequal. True sustainability means addressing both environmental and economic challenges. There is hope. Scientists are developing resilient coffee plants, and farmers are adapting to new conditions. Ethical brands and informed consumers are pushing for fairer, greener coffee. By choosing responsibly sourced coffee, we can help protect its future. The journey of coffee is ongoing, shaped by innovation and choice. Every cup connects us to a global story of resilience and change. The next chapter depends on us. Coffee's legacy is one of discovery, connection, and adaptation. Its future is in our hands.